Y'all set? Well, y'all, thank you for coming. As you can see, there's a lot of support for this act. We want to turn it into law. This provides for paid family leave. If you've been watching in Washington, President Trump led an effort to provide paid family leave, 12 weeks for federal employees. Well, this does the same thing for our state employees. This is an idea which, for which the time has come. We're enjoying great economic success. Just in the last 3 years, we've grown by 121,000 jobs, about 39,000 of which were recruited and promoted by the Department of Commerce. We are growing, more people are working. We have more people working now than we've ever had, but we're still 70,000 people short for good paying jobs. So what's that mean? We want to keep people working. We don't want them to quit work because they have to go home and take care of a child. And we know the strongest bond there is that family bond. We want particularly the women to be able to concentrate on their work, and when that child comes, to be able to concentrate on that child for 12 months, not have to go to work, not have to take sick leave and all that, but not have to go to work or not being at work because they don't have leave because they're worried about the child at home. So this is a big plus for our economy. It will produce the same results that's used that the Federal Act has produced according to statistics. Morale goes up, retention is increased, and loyalty to the job is better, and you have happy mamas, you have happy daddies, and more importantly, you have happy children. And we believe in strong families in South Carolina, and that's one reason we are full of happy, smiling faces in beautiful places. Most all of them.
That's right.
Okay. Where's Senator Jackson? Right here. Now, I know y'all may see some of the senators run out to vote. That's because they're voting upstairs. Yeah. Senator.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you for being here. This bill was really inspired by an administrative assistant who works in my office. I noticed, was 9 months pregnant and still working, not really feeling well. In fact, she was very sick. And I said to her, I said, Ashley, why are you still working? She says, I need to save my days so that I will be able to spend time with my child when I have my baby. And I thought, this isn't fair, isn't right. Our state employees, in my opinion, one of the greatest resources we have. So I did see what was done on the federal level and decided to speak with my colleagues. Thank you to Senator Shealy and others. Thank you to Representative Bernstein, Representative Todd Rutherford, and others who all agreed that this needed to be a bipartisan bill. This is one good time where we all come together, cross partisan lines, to do what is right for the citizens of South Carolina, particularly the state employees. My assistant did have her child. She had her baby about a month ago, and I called her and told her about this bill and said, what difference would it have made? She said it would have made a great difference because, in fact, her doctor advised her not to work, but she could not afford to because she had to save her time so that she can be with her child. Hopefully, when this bill passes, future employees, current employees, would not be stressed out. They would know that we would have done the right thing, and we would have given them the time to spend with their children and with their family. South Carolina prides itself on being a family-friendly state. This bill puts it in action. We want to be more than a family-friendly talking state. We want to be a family-friendly actual state to make it happen. So thank you to my colleagues. A very special thank you to the governor. We look forward to having it done. There's some state employees here today with us who will benefit from this bill. They will get a chance to speak with you later. With that, I will turn it over to Representative Bernstein, who would have some remarks.
Hello, thank you so much for being here, because this is an important bill, and as you can see, we have a lot of legislators here in support, so it's nice to be able to have a group of bipartisan lawmakers here in support of a good bill. Since I've been in the legislature, I have kind of dedicated a lot of my time to children and women's issues. And when Senator Jackson had talked to me about filing the Senate version of this bill, if, me filing the House version, I said, absolutely. And since filing that bill, I've had numerous people come up to me and say, thank you for filing the bill. And so I think it's real important that we don't forget that. And as the governor said, our state employees are one of our greatest resources. So let me tell you the reason why this bill is so good. The studies have shown that the paid leave is going to support the whole family. And longer leave is associated with healthy benefits for new mothers. Children's development is greatly affected by their parents' mental health and general well-being. Studies have shown that when paid parental leave is available, then women who give birth are less likely to suffer from postpartum depression, which we have seen in the news and from people whom we know. That is a real suffering for women who have just had one of the best experiences of their life, and it's unfortunate. And men are more likely to be involved fathers. Even breastfeeding is made easier, which saves lives and money. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of a baby's life, and we know as working women how difficult that is. And so this paid family leave offers that ability to the nursing mother to be able to have breast milk for their child. And the U.S. Surgeon General actually recommends that paid leave be offered to all working mothers in order to promote breastfeeding. And the time is so crucial after the birth of a child, the bonding time, that this also preserves and protects that family unit with the mother and the father and the child. So, there's so many reasons why this bill is good. And so I hope we do have the momentum and the support. It's going to be a quick session, but it's great that the governor's on board, because all it needs is his signature if we can just get it to his desk. So thank you for being here, and I'm very happy to be able to turn this over to our Lieutenant Governor, Pamela Evan.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to say thank you to Senator Jackson and Representative Bernstein for what they've done, and to everybody who has come together. This is what South Carolina is all about, crossing the line and doing what is best for the people of South Carolina. And I can say, as a mother of three, how important this is. Because we talked about what happens before the baby is born and how critical it is, how pregnant women want to stay in the workforce because they need to save up their time. But after, the stress. Anybody who has had a child, man or woman, know when you bring that bundle of joy into your house, it's a big change. And to know that you do not have to worry about a paycheck, that a paycheck will be coming to you, just takes one more thing off of your mind. And in an already very stressful time, this will make such a great impact for the families of South Carolina. Good for our children and good for our parents. That's what we need. Good policy. That's what the governor's all about, making sure we keep strong families here in South Carolina so that we can be the state that we're all so proud of. So thank you all for coming. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And I'll be proud to be standing next to the governor when he signs this piece of legislation into law. Thank you all.
Thank you, Pam. And the quicker you get it here, the quicker we can sign it.
That's right.
This is a great step forward, and I want to thank and congratulate all those who work so hard on this and other issues. This is a good thing for the state, good thing for our people. Any questions for anyone? Yes, sir.
McMaster, you talk a lot about the state's growing economic strength, especially bringing in business. You obviously can only control what happens with state employees. Are you hoping this kind of sets a precedent for private business in the state?
Yes, I do. And of course, that's the intent of the federal legislation as well, earlier legislation. But this is a good idea, and with the thriving economy where we are short 70,000 people for good jobs, this is really a new time for South Carolina. We want to do all we can to keep that ball rolling and not slow down, and that means we have to have healthy, happy employees, and when you have a newborn in the house, things change. And we have to make accommodations for that, and that's what we're doing. This is a good step forward for South Carolina right now. Any more?
I guess I'll ask another one. You've talked a lot about recruiting and retention state employees. You've put a raise in your budget this year. Talk about how this is another step in making sure you can keep the best employees you provide.
Yeah, all the statistics and as well as the anecdotes, when someone leaves, you have to start over with someone else. You have to find a new employee, then you have to train them, you have downtime and all those sorts of things. Once you find good employees, if you can keep them happy, pay them well, keep them healthy, which is very important, and keep that family union intact, because that's the foundation on which everything is based. Having a strong family unit and a good career, a good job. If you got that, you got very few other problems. So this is a part of that. Any more? Anything else?
No, just
Okay. Well, y'all, thank you.
thank your legislators.
Yes, and
See
a lot
if they can get it
lot of
passed.
them are here. Let's hurry.
Thank the governor.
Thank you.